It's week 4 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these AFC East foes. It's the Patriots and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set. And off we go here on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
He's coming off such a strong performance last week, Mike, where he did a little bit of everything. Throws for 3 touchdowns, ran for another, but most importantly, leads his team to the big win. I'll tell you what, he has his eyes set on trying to do the same thing here over these next 4 quarters.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Throwing now on 3rd. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. The Dragons getting their punt team out here, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Patriots offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Dobbins. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They motion the slot man left. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That's complete. Tight end Goddard. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, New England. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye. Here's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw, Richardson. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Dobbins.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Dragons offense ready to take over for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. On play action, Stroud. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. In motion, it's Jefferson. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
To the right side, that's St. Brown. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there for the stop. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. On the quick slant, this is caught by Pearsall.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Here's Jack Fox now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dragons offense ready to take over once again. They'll start with great field position up at their 45.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side.
You know, it's always hard as an offense to waste such great field position, but they had a short field to work with, not able to pick up a single 1st down, so give a lot of credit for the defense stopping this drive before it really got started.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start.
On second down, Richardson. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And third down coming up. Richardson to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Pearsall.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up without... Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll go play action with Stroud. In trouble, and down he goes. So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Dragons will tie the game at 3 apiece. So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to shoot. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Richardson. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Richardson going to look to throw to the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Dragons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
At the 36-yard line.
The tight end going in motion to the left. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Whoa. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Not much happening there. Just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Richardson. That one taken in right side by Leggett.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Slot man in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. Now Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down. From the gun, Richardson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On play action, Richardson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Here's their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They bring Chase in motion. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. On 1st down, it's Richardson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. 3-3, our score. 2 minutes to go in this 1st half. Greg and I will be right back after this. 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll try and get there on the ground. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. That is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So Goedert, the tight end, comes in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. They go back to Leggett. He's got another one. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of shotgun, Richardson. He runs with it. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And the Dragons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud, and he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. 3rd and long. They'll send a tight end in motion. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Still in search of our first touchdown of the game. We are tied at 3 as we begin quarter number 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On 1st down, it's Stroud. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. He'll drop this one down to the fullback. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down. I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On the move, past the 40. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Stroud. This throw out wide to St. Brown.
Complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Stroud. That's caught left side by Bowers. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dragons will take a 6-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call. A run with Dobbins. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. The throw on the run is complete. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. Throwing, Richardson, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Dobbins. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. They'll give it to Dobbins. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
A gain of 14 yards. And the Patriots first down.
Slot man in motion left. Man. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, New England.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Richardson. He's got it at the 7. And the Patriots are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4. Slot receiver, headed right. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Now Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. From the gun, Richardson. That one taken in. Xavier Legette, touchdown New England. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Patriots open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Now, Stroud. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good for a Tokyo first down.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Stroud to throw. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Here Gibbs. Touchdown, Dragons. No problem there on the extra point. And the Dragons go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Campbell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. I'll give on the ground. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Dragons offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Stroud. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll be 3rd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the 1st down. A run up the middle. It's Gibbs. And he works past the 40. Taken down after a gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, it's Spiller. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Down the sideline to the 20. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. He's got it at the 3. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Dragons. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sack.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of shotgun, Richardson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Here's Richardson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. They send the tight end in motion. A second down throw for Richardson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. On play action, Richardson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. First and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. On the ground, this is Gibbs. The speed on display. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Dragons. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. On first down, it's Richardson. That one taken in right side by Legette. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. A tight end in motion now. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a first down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one's decided. Not sure if they needed to take the timeout, but we'll take it with them. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dragons add on to their lead. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They finish off the first month of the season perfect, as the victory runs their mark to 4-0.